favor. This is real, this is something that'll last much longer. Something that's so much later, something that's so much stronger. Something that's conquered the monsters that live inside the circuitry and wiring. So purposely you hired me to first see what water was spilt, what daughter had guilt because she wasn't loved right, what sunshine never really feels lovely. Where do we take ourselves? Where do we carry ourselves? Embrace ourselves before we break our health. Because the only thing we're looking at is the scraping, melting trees that are scathing, bathing in the dissected, unprotected, corrective scathing that we're all losing. We're bruising the inside of our teeth, fighting on the same thing. But I'm here to rip your jaws open even when they're clenched tight. I'm here to shed tears. I'm here to stay up all night. I'm here, and I'll never leave. I'll never leave you. I'll never leave you. I'll never leave you. I'll always believe you. I'll always believe you. So put the B in front of it. Put the bumblebee for the birds and the bees that I guess naturally are running this emotional chemical imbalance that we have, but it's all I have, so I'm glad. And one day I'll be a dad, and we'll walk and the shadows won't seem that deep. The shadows won't come up when we're asleep. The shadows won't weep for me no more, cause I'm leaving all the graveyards behind. And I'm polishing up my mind, and I'm leaving you with one thing to know: I'm yours, you're mine. And if the world doesn't know, that's fine. We decide.
So, y'all are gonna have to bear with us a little bit because obviously I wasn't expecting to do a show like this week. So we're winging a lot of things and just trying to make it happen. So bear with us. But Zeke, can you is that red? Just push it. You there, Ali? Hello?
Yeah.
Alright, I just want to make sure you're there.
What's up, brother?
Hey, man.
Hey, Chris, if you want headphones, there should be headphones around there if you want them. So, you tomorrow. So like I said, we're just trying to find some solace in, I guess, having friends and loved ones around us at this time. And remember Mikey this evening. For myself, you know, I met Mike when he was probably about 14. I believe it was 95, 96. And he and Abilities, also whom I just spoke with before the show, and he sent his love to everybody and wanted to make sure everybody knew that he truly appreciates all the love and support that everybody has been sending out to him, and that he wished he could be here. So yeah, so it was what, 95, 96, and they were called 6 Cents at the time. I think it was, wasn't it you, Phil?
What's that? That brought him by?
Yeah.
Yep.
And wasn't it at the
Hip Hop Olympics?
Was it at the Hip Hop Olympics, or was it at the wasn't it at that theater on Franklin? Wasn't it a show at what was that?
That spot on Franklin.
Yeah. For some reason, I feel it was there, but it was dark. I remember it was dark, and
they did the Monster Inside Me.
But
this is before Monster Inside.
Yeah, this was before that. No, this is before they had done anything. And you were like, yo, you gotta check these dudes out. Nah, they're dope. And at that time, he was spending a lot of time around Seth.
Yep.
And was soaking up a lot from him. And I remember it being super dark in this place, and going and talking to him and Max, and just being like, so y'all want to be down?
Was you Shug lighting?
Yeah, I wasn't.
You was Shug lighting
because at that time it wasn't anything. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, this was Headshots time. We didn't know
like
what we were doing. Yeah,
like
it was like a gang that didn't fight.
With the crew.
Yeah, that wasn't violent.
You'll get a couple of tattoos.
Didn't serve. Yeah, and the look in their faces and everything is like so embedded in my head right now. But it was funny because basically our initiation was like, I was like, all right, cool, yeah, y'all could be down, and that was like, it had to have been not too far ahead of 97, Soundset 97, and we were like, yeah, we'll put you on Soundset, and this was the first Soundset we ever did in a crazy warehouse. It was like a hip hop rave, basically. It was when raves were big, and we was like, yo, let's do a hip hop rave.
What do you mean when raves were big?
Are they still big? I don't know. Maybe I just got old and I don't know that they're big anymore. But they were big then, and so we were like, yeah, let's get every hip hop act in the city, and we'll do like 8 hours. 9 hours, like it went from like what 8 to like 6 in the morning or something.
It was 10 hours of rap music,
and we put them on last. They went on when the sun was coming.
They were very, very last.
They went on literally last,
and they hung out,
and they were there for the entire time, and they went on last. And I was like, oh, okay, these dudes are in. Like, these dudes are troopers. Like, they were there the whole time. And I'm saying they were like, what, 14 and 16, 15 and 17 or something?
Something like that, yeah.
15 and 17.
And they literally played last at like 5, 6 a.m. All I know is the sun was coming up. And they played. And from that moment, they
did their thing,
down.
Too. They did their thing.
Like, it was 10 o'clock, and there was a crazy crowd there.
I mean, there was still a crazy crowd there. There was people that stuck through for that whole show. I remember him spinning on his head with his thick neck.
That's what I was gonna say. Not only did he rap, he was he was breaking that whole time too.
He was one of the first battle cats, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
With his thick neck spinning on his head. He was the dude that had the head spin. Man.
Well, let's
and the Adidas pants. He wore those things for 15 years.
And then wore the Adidas shoes
for
another 10. Yep. All right, let's do this. Let's play some 6 Sense. This was the first track that they did, and this kind of just reinforced it even more because I was so impressed with them at that age because even like, we were working on Headshot 6.
Oh, are you gonna play the one off
Industrial Warfare?
Gotcha.
And I was like, and they were like, yo, can we get on? And I was like, I don't know, man. I was like, y'all got a song? I was like, get me a song. And the funny thing is, how long had y'all been down?
At that point?
Yeah.
3 years already.
Los Nativos couldn't come up with a song. but Eyedea Abilities not only came up with a song, but for the time and
that was a fresh song.
And how old they were, really, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, even Monster Inside Me was killing
it.
Like, dude.
But, like, they came back with a song hella quick and hella dope.
Oh, they were like, oh, we got one. We'll be right back. Let's go record this.
Which is just hilarious to me because Los Nativos, there's no reason y'all should be on there. And we had to figure out a way to fit Phil even on it with a freestyle with Mikey.
Because at that 7th Street show,
that was the only way we could get him on.
Up with us. Yep.
So let's do this. We're gonna play.
Before you play it, I'm just saying everything that's being said, and we're all in this room nodding, and we can all agree that it speaks and attests to the drive that he had and his partner Max had. But it was a drive that never went away, and this is just a 2-hour show, so we're not going to be able to necessarily show you everything, but just know that this kid came into the game ready to just work and murder it and do it, and he did it. He really did do it. It's like there's legends out there that are still trying to make music that aren't coming anywhere near close to what this dude did in the time that he spent here. So let's go ahead and roll this one, man.
Like a tech. What you heard is Be the one to rip it infinite. The lyrics you pick on crumbs and bits of gibberish. No wonder kids ain't interested. You run, your rubber lips unsplit, your heads, you mumble under your breath. You say cause you're scared to death. I'm crumbling you, and the other dozen men who wasn't meant to be true. Now I'ma take you to rhyme in school. Time is due for the perfect two to shine like jewels in surface. That's when you merge the earth, shift, crash. Quick flash, blind your crew, your spine is blue from whiplash. Mine is blue out of proportion. Forcing that's hash, there's the high bass, so you can't see me. Like that snake in high grass. I'm a real b-boy. I write rhymes with itch in class. If you a heavyweight, you're best to check your mass. I defy the laws of gravity and actually act like cavities and crack your teeth fast. Heat rashes are left on your chest. Just think, if you wouldn't have stepped to me, you wouldn't have to expect your death. Up here, rest in Minnesota, Midwest. I'm an unstoppable engine beyond comprehension, wrenching all 7 continents. Respond to this consciously, but be cautious. You're nauseous and nervous when I rip. The purpose, you're on my itch quick. Get off and I split picket fences from the entrance to the stage. I'm enraged, now you're defenseless. Now you engage in a sentence. Everyone's got techniques, it's just that we becoming colder. The level of your abilities is in the idea of the beholder. Everyone's got techniques, it's just that we becoming colder. My idea of abilities is 2 hip-hop controllers. My voice caused distortion, so forget static, cause over rhythmatic patterns I'm fatter than any Jenny Craig patient. It's time for late breaking your brains, making a skull evacuation. Due to your dull imagination, your creations are penny sweaty and facing. I break it for basic inspiration, get ready for mental penetration. As increased acceleration leaves you aching, I speak poetically amazing phrases engraved in pages that's kept sacred. I sweat faces off heads that are left tasting the cases. I'm set up with undeveloped fakeness that makes you flow. Face it from my windows to the fat places on my toes. I'm bodacious, so shake it, lay it on me. My pupils are dilated, a zombie boy. My song destroys all these toys that try to make it. The high inflated skills while you're chilled at your crib and masturbated. My technique is ancient, but you don't have the patience to absorb it. You were born to mistake it, you best to forfeit. I'm bored with these MCs rank lower than court jester replacements. That's techniques. Everyone's got techniques, it's just that we becoming colder. The level of your abilities is in the idea of the beholder, man. Everyone's got techniques, it's just that we becoming colder. My idea of abilities is 2 hip-hop controllers. See, I eat MCs easily, EYE can beat the best. Eat the flesh of P2 tests. Leave the heads with indentations. Your face in depth, let me lead your steps. I made a bet you'd be impressed. Now check my pen connect, the Bible that holds my poetical scriptures. Touch it, get busted blisters, I insist to wreck. Get your neck crushed from crisp text, complex technique. To wreck weaker-minded rhymers and keep it on for infinity. Man, focus what you heard, my words hit vividly. Leave a MC shook like I just took his virginity. We's the evolution. Man, B-boys filtering hip-hop's pollution. Dropping cruising, you can't stop the fluidness of these 2 true new kids who do this with precision. Listen, I'm thinking in brain through pain infliction over rhythm. To me it's slow even though I know I'm flipping. Twisting the language, you tripping some strange. Thinking that you can hang with the EYE to the DEA. With that B-O-I-ology that always will stay embedded in my thought process. I progress every day. To put it straight, don't give a fuck what you got to say.
Eyedea abilities, techniques. That was featured on the Industrial Warfare Headshot 6 tape, and was the first track that they ever brought to the family. And you know, the funny thing too, like when I heard this, I was like, oh yeah, these dudes are definitely in. I was like, because this was about the most, you know, I mean, it was pretty advanced, you know, for that time and for their age and everything.
Well, it was, you know, I mean, everybody around here, we were all still, we were all still rapping like Smith and Wesson. You know what I mean? We were all still, and here he was influenced by a lot of West Coast as well as a lot of his own, as well as Cess. You know, he bounced on the scene and everybody had to take notice. You know what I mean? There was no way